Hi, it's Adrian and today I'm at Lurline Bay, a beautiful little enclave wedged between Coogee Beach and Maroubra Beach. Now, this beautiful bay was once known as Lilli Pilli Bay, and in fact, the residential area around Lurline Bay has evolved mainly through a subdivision of land known as the Lilli Pilli Estate. A poster in the New South Wales State Library archives, which was advertising one of the subdivisions of the Lilli Pilli Estate in 1926, shows a very few interesting things. Firstly, it shows a road called Hector Street running along the ocean front and feeding into Lurline Bay, which appears to be what became Marine Parade, as well as sections of Undine Street and Inman Street. Malabar Road was once also known as Long Bay Road. Not surprisingly, the origins of some of the street names in Lurline Bay have a nautical theme. Coogee Street was named after a ship on the Orient Line. Undine Street was named after one of the faithful tugboats being used in Sydney Harbour. Coogee Street was named after a ship that sailed between South America and Sydney, Coogee also being the name of the Inca capital in Peru. Duncan Street was once known as Nelson Road and Gordon Street. Ron Philby Place commemorates a prominent member of the Maroubra Surf Club who sadly passed in a car crash in 1958. Bank Street was once called Victoria Road, but was then named after Captain Cook's botanist, Sir Joseph Banks. Now, there's a particularly fascinating story attached to Lurline Bay concerning a gentleman by the name of Percy Bates, who was one of Sydney's leading tenors. Bates travelled the world singing, and perhaps as a result of his travels he became obsessed with the ocean. Living in Lurline Bay, he became fascinated by the potential of turning the energy of the waves into electric power. This led him in 1920 carving a 12 metre by 2 metre channel by hand into the rocky approach to the water in order to construct a hydroelectric machine, or wave machine as it was known then. Carving the channel took him 5 years, and Bates managed to generate 5,000 watts of power at high tide, enough to power the lights in his shed and several radiators. He filed a patent in 1928 under the title of Improvements in and Relating to the Utilisation of Wave Motion, quote unquote. Locals considered him eccentric despite his achievement. Eventually, Bates passed away in 1949, and in the 1950s there were still remnants of his experiment. He was a man ahead of his time. Now, I've been selling real estate in this area for 32 years, and our office has been very successful in selling some of the following homes in Lurline Bay, or sometimes referred to as South Coogee, and my colleague Martin Farrer in particular. 5 Crana Avenue, 4 Bloomfield Street, 47 Coogee Street, 18 Alexandria Parade, 16 Alexandria Parade, and I personally have sold number 68 Marine Parade, which was a record price for just under 4 million, and also 73 Torrington Road, another semi there for a record price just under 3 million. What a beautiful area this is, and what an inspiration Percy Bates was. And the channel that he spent 5 years carving is still beautifully preserved today. Enjoy the start of autumn, and always remember, your home is worth more with Adrian.